Are diamonds really a girl's best friend? Let's talk about her chart. But first, just take a minute to soak in the shape of her chart. We can get a lot about the vibe of someone's energy in their chart just by literally looking at it and absorbing it, so just do that for a second. Marilyn Monroe was a rising Leo, but her rising Leo was closely conjunct to Lilith. This adds an incredibly seductive energy to the way that she carries herself, something that she didn't choose but that other people feel from her very strongly. We also see Neptune down here in the first house. This placement is, to me, the definition of the song Ocean Eyes. Neptune in the first house are people that have beautiful eyes and just a dreaminess in general that we can't quite explain or put our finger on, but nevertheless we all feel. In addition to magnetic, seduction, attractive energy, can also indicate some sort of suppression or oppression. Lilith on the ascendant absolutely can relate to feeling oppressed by men. Then we look to her midheaven here in Taurus. Her midheaven is conjunct to Venus. This means that her career was shaped around the fact that she had undeniable beauty. Despite the fact that people look at her and they saw incredible beauty and attraction, Neptune and Lilith, and they also saw her public self, her career with Venus here, her undeniable beauty. What people seem to miss was this Sun-Mercury conjunction, Mercury at home in Gemini. She was incredibly intelligent and had a lot to offer. She was open-minded and open to learning new information. Her brain was also a strong gift that she had. Most of her planets by far fall above the horizon line, except Saturn down here in Scorpio in the 4th house. Saturn also relates to depression and oppression, and in the sign of Scorpio, this could be a repression around her own sexuality and her own expression. Saturn can also indicate a male figure or authority absolutely being oppressed sexually by men, or having a power dynamic where she had to fit into their box of how they wanted her to be. Mars conjunct Uranus. In extreme cases, these two planets in a hard aspect to each other can indicate trauma and violence. In the 8th house, sexual trauma and violence, this poor woman. But then there's this. North Node conjunct Pluto in Cancer. This indicates that she was coming from a place of structure, knowing what's what, knowing what the rules are, into a place that explores more of her femininity, what it means to be a woman. But then when we see Pluto here on the North Node, this can indicate almost a fate, a direction by force. Pluto, the transformation of death, often shows up in celebrity charts as people who do die in some unexpected way. Not always though, so please don't freak out. But this shows something shocking, dramatic, and life-changing or life-ending as being a part of her destiny. And to put all of those pieces of oppression and violence together, we have a grand trine formed by everything I just mentioned in water signs. She was lovely on the inside, Moon conjunct Jupiter. She was probably very giving, and even in Aquarius was probably an internal optimist.